Hi, it's Beck from Hello, my name is Beck, popping in today to do a craft room tour with you. So you're going to see the good, the bad and the ugly. So I have done the best to tidy up my craft room for you guys, but you will still see a hell of a lot of mess on the way through this tour. Okay, so I thought I'd give you a quick look at my setup just here, and then we will get into the tour. Okay, so in this little linen box just here, it has all of my spare cat food and litter and things that I need for the cats. But on top lives my sewing machine. So my sewing machine cable comes out of the actual sewing machine and comes up onto my cupboard, and I have it resting just here so I can plug it in at any time I need it. So you'll have to ignore the giant cat tree that leads up to that bed just there, but I will work my way down this side of the cabinet. So at the top you can see that is my embossing heat tool, and then I'll try and get you underneath. So I have a couple of things that I have been gifted here that are hanging from this side. So we have a hole punch and my glue gun on the next shelf. The next shelf down is embossing powders. Next shelf down is my dioxide inks. Next, these are sets of pots. These are my blending brushes, my Copic markers and any pens like coloured pens. Then underneath we have some washi tapes and tubes that I have purchased from Kmart or Spotlight. I have some hooks that hold scissors, any of the sort of special scissors like scallop or like special cutting ones. Then starts my washi tape. So these are sort of my coloured washi tapes and extras. I have my favourites up on my desk, so you can see we've got at least 3 rows of washi tape there in the door. Coming down underneath, I was just sat on the linen cupboard, so that's why it's creaking, because I've just got off of it. Gained a lot of weight in 2021. In those bags there I have Christmas items. It's like Christmas ephemera and things, and I've kept Heather Devney's card in there because it's just pure inspiration when it comes to collage. So then just here we have paper pads, and we have my box full of Cocoa Vanilla papers. So we have single-sided and double-sided paper pads in there. In this one here you can see this folder. That one has all my Rosie's Studio papers. So making my way up we have die cut shapes, doilies and chippies. So these are just tubs that I can pull out. They have handle and then the lid if I need the lid on there. Sometimes I don't have the lid on because there are items inside that mean that I don't fit the lid. Next one up is envelopes and letter paper. So like I said, letter paper sticking out so I can't have the lid on the top. Envelopes, I have my collection of CN22s down the side, so if I need to address a customs label on the letter or the envelope, I can do that without having to pop to the post office. Next one up is my shelf of vintage. So I have the lid on this one, and then I have just lots and lots of vintage in there. So just what I would consider vintage items, ephemera, postage stamps, butterflies, things like that. So the next shelf up is gemmies, eyelets and beads, and then I've got tassels and things in this one. So if you can see there on the top, you've got tassels, gemmies, anything that's like a rhinestone, enamel dots, pearls, anything like that. Next one up is sequins, lots and lots of sequins. This here is where I keep my acetate. So you can see there as well, I've got a laminated sheet on the top, but it's literally just, I think it was an advent calendar, like a Pucker Tea advent calendar box, and I've just kept it to slide it in on the top there with acetate sheets. I have another tray of sequins here. This is like a toolbox separated plastic sequin tray. And then just on top, I have my charging cable for my Dyson vacuum cleaner. So I like to charge my vacuum cleaner in the craft room so that I can charge it just down here on the desk. Then up here I have some photos of loved ones. So on the right hand side it's Charlie's gran. She was Roz. She's passed away, but absolutely loved her in the time that I knew her. I only knew her for 6 years, but she would call me instead of Charlie just to have a conversation because we were both British, and she was absolutely gorgeous. On the left hand side, this couple here is Marion and Siddy, and they were back before they've both passed away, but these are two beautiful people from my childhood. Marion was my childcare nanny, and absolutely loved her to pieces. So then we're moving on to this little stretch here. So there's two things at the top. We have, up at the top we have this one has paint brushes and my watercolour paints. So there's a palette in here of watercolour and then all of my paintbrushes. This one here has all of my coloured twines in, and little brown bear. I'm sure somebody will recognise that one. Then the rest of the column is full of folders of paper. Now I'm a collector of paper, so you won't be surprised that I have lots and lots of paper. So this is my glitter cardstock, my foil cardstock. This is my white folder. This is one that I've put in recently from my advent calendar, and it has die cuts, the matching die cuts in there. So they're getting a bit hard to squeeze in. Getting down on my knees again, so I might have to pause when I get back up again. So this one is sort of peaches and pinks. It's just random. This one here is my Flora from Carta Bella. This one here is my Uniquely Creative. So these are the previous advent calendar kits. So I have the Bohemian one in here, and then that bunny one that I was talking about in my advent calendar. This one here is Carta Bella Summer. This one here is my latest Echo Park paper collection. There's only a few papers in there, but I wanted to keep them together. So what I'll do is I will pause and move on to the next one. Okay, so the next lot down we have Echo Park, and that is the spring collection. This one here is my Simple Stories Fall Cozy, I think it's called Cozy and Fall, or this one here is my Simple Stories, and that is like the Vintage Botanical range. This one here is just a collection of Brights. So I'll just quickly show you. So it's just like a collection of bright papers and things if I want to make a bright Happy Mail. This one is my blues, all my different blues. This one here is like the greys, silvers, anything like maybe even blacks in that one. So in this one here, this one is my Minte paper collection that I purchased from Stacey's studio in Bathurst. This one here is my yellows and orange papers. This one here is my green collection of papers. This one here is it was a paper pad that I had from Spotlight, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's like the collection of papers with like pink teacups and things in there. And this one here is just purely sticker sheets. So yeah, it's basically nothing but sticker sheets in there. So I need to use these. What I need to do is stick them on card and make them ephemera. So while I'm down on the floor, I will turn you and show you underneath the desk. Now this is where I was talking about it being a bit messy. Alright, so ta-da! I'll just focus you up a bit. So here is my Cuttlebug. So it sits here on this desk, or on the base of the craft cabinet. So like I said, this one is 12 years old and is probably my next item in the craft room to actually be updated or changed. So I'm gonna have to pick you up so that you see the rest. Okay, so you can see my reflection in the little box. So this is where I keep just lots and lots of leftover stuff. So I have people have sent me things and I've kept the boxes so that I can reuse them myself. Then I have tissue paper and wrapping products in there. I have, that one says printer paper, but there's a whole mix of different things. You've got like brown paper, extra A4 envelopes, there's pads like A4 pads, like letter writing pads or A4 lined paper. Then I have a box of envelopes here that I can use because they have stamps on them. That whole pile is just random stencils, anything that is a 12 by 12 that I can't squeeze anywhere else. That box there is my Christmas gear. That box there is my pen pal letters that I keep. Above there is more random stuff. I've got like Velcro dots, an empty folder, just random stuff basically. So that is the ugly part of the craft tour, and so we'll move on and I will stand it up and show you the rest. Okay, so this is the desk that you get to see on many of my videos. I have a socket that comes through the back of the cabinet, and so I have this, it's an extension cord just here, and I can plug anything in like a hot glue gun, embossing heat gun, anything like that. So this whole area is the things that I access very quickly. So at the moment I currently have my battery charger here, and that's ready to charge that battery, but it makes a buzzing noise or a humming noise when it's on charge, so I've turned it off for the purposes of this craft tour. Okay, so this one here is my cling stamps. So I have, oh, I'm sending things flying. So I have my blocks at the front, I have my clear stamps just here, and pretty much they go all the way back into that craft cupboard. Then just here I have a new dish from Emma. So that's that one. And it has things that I'm just like little stickers and things in straight away. So then This is actually really hard to do a craft tour because I'm talking a lot and I'm having to get up and down off the floor. So this is one of my Advent gifts from Emma, like I think it was my last one, and I've just kept it here on my desk just to admire it before I take things out, like the little earrings, the little mobile phone dangle, and stickers and little words at the back. So if you can see behind, they are my ink pads. So then my black ink pads, and then I also have my clear Versamark ink pad just there. And then maybe I might just have to tilt this forward, bear with me. You see there my favourite little stamps, my favourite little alpha stamps, so that they are easy to quickly use. So this one here says gifted in bellies. So anything that I've received from people, I quickly put into this one here. So it's able to be pulled out and I can just use anything for decoration that I really like. So yeah, you might be able to recognize some things that have been sent to me. So just there, like I have gifted in bellies. The next tray is punches, so you can see there at the back there's a circle punch. I have some Tombow markers just on the top. I have tacky glue that I very rarely use that bottle. I just only use that bottle to fill up my little tiny bottle. And then I have a glue stick at the front. And then in these two little boxes are my camera batteries, so just keep those in there. Then this is the next part, which is quite ugly, but it's like a cutlery tray. So it's really quite handy as a cutlery tray, but it has my double-sided tapes, my washi tapes, anything that I love using. So I've got my Nuvo drops just at the back there. I have the sticker dots just in front of the Nuvo drops. I have a couple of dies there that are my favourites, like little postage stamps and tickets. I also have my date stamp, some pens at the back, and then just that pile of random stuff is stickers that I use quite quickly, and then I'll have laminated cards in there that I can add washi tape samples to or make washi tape samples. So that is that corner just there. In front of that corner we have a little grid paper pad which I use for little designs. I have my corner punch, I have a roll of kitchen roll, I have my metal ruler, and then this is my pot of goodness. So in here, let's bring it forward. So I have my tweezers. I don't like to put them into the pot because they just disappear. They slide down and I can't reach them, so they just sit on top, pincered on top. So I have my beautiful Fiskars scissors. In front of my Fiskars scissors I have my really fine black, like easy nice fussy cutting scissors. In this hole here, in this one, we have a white Posca paint pen. This one here is sort of a calligraphy art line pen, and this one here is just a really nice quality Sharpie, one that hasn't been, you know, pushed down or ruined. It's still got that nice point to it. This is my pen stash. So favourite pens for me to use to write letters, and also pencils, like mechanical pencils. So my Lamy fountain pen with a really nice hot pink in. This one here is a really nice biro from Emma. It's like a bamboo biro. Another mechanical pencil. This one here is another fountain pen that I love, and it has like a teal green, like a really nice dark teal green ink, and a pen that I received recently from which is like an erasable pen. next haul is, this is a shimmer, like paintbrush, like effect thing. Then I have my, this normally sits in my scoreboard, but is handy to fold with or use. Then I have my craft knife just here, my bone folder. This is a water brush pen that you can fill up with water. I think it's empty at the moment, but I tend to use this on postage stamps that need water, like instead of licking them I use that on a postage stamp. Then I have nail files just here. I guess that that's quite important to have nail files. So that sits right next to my mechanical stand for my camera. So I just have my camera go into here as a grasp. Then I have this one here is my light, so I can bend it down if I want to. It's like an LED light for Christmas, or for winter. What on earth am I talking about? For winter. Okay, so let's move back a bit. I might just move back. I'm currently on my seat. So next level up, I have a noodle bed. So then I have my iPad and I watch YouTube on here. The drawers, I should probably tell you about the drawers. In this drawer here I have pegs, clips, anything that holds things together, paper clips and things, and then I have like little tassel bauble things that I want to include. In this one here, I'm not going to take it out because it's got my iPad currently resting on it. In that one I have pens, extra pens. On all of the drawers you can see things that people have gifted me, so I have put them there. And then I have photo of the Sisters of the Slipper Herd, the people that I go to retreat with on a yearly basis. This drawer. This drawer is just more adhesives. So sticky little pads, a roll of foam tape, anything that is adhesive in there, extra to the stuff that I have down here. So next up, so this shelf here, so I have Kiki K books and Paper Lover book here. They are laid on their spine so that they fit in. Then I've got a Happy Mail here that I am still working on putting things in. The next thing along these folders all have my dies in. I bought this one recently, so it's empty. I just have more dies in one of the other pots to put down. Next up is my wax seal shelf. So that's got my wax beads, my wax stamps, and you can see there plates with my wax, it's like the little holder that holds the spoon. Across from here you have things that my little notebooks. So you might recognise there's a couple of those. One of those is my Bujo. One of them is where I draw Happy Mail ideas. Another one is a sticker folder, and another one is currently being used as my Happy Mail tracker for 2022. So that is that one. I'm going to stand up and carry on the tour. Okay, so moving on from the folders and the notepads, we have these two here, which are alphas and Happy Mail gifts. So in the alphas, just giving you a quick example of what alphas are. If I can find some quickly. So it's anything with like letters, basically alphabet letters, so that you can spell out your own stuff if you want to. So that is that one. Happy Mail gifts, anything that I purchased from AliExpress specifically for Happy Mail gifts, I pop into that one there. Then I have, this is called a T-ruler. It helps you line things up straight. You line it up with the edge of your card and it will then the ruler will be straight. Next one along, stickers, self-explanatory, literally a whole box of stickers. Then this shelf here is paper baggies and plastic baggies. So I like to recycle. If I get things from people, I will put them in here. So there are bags in here that are getting recycled, but there's also ones that I have purchased myself. Then at the top of the craft cupboard here, we have just ornaments and things that mean something to me. If you didn't know, I used to work for Disney, and you might recognize that silhouette just there. That is the silhouette of my logo. So that one there was made for me. It was a lovely Japanese lady that cut out that black silhouette of me at my brother's wedding. So that is that section. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this column here is loads and loads of different pull-out drawers, and they have loads of different things in. So a lot of them are die-cut ephemera, things like that. I really need to sort through them. One of them has zips in, this one, lots of ephemera pieces again. Little jars and things that I've kept. This one here is my wax seal one, so it has literally anything that I've made with wax seals. This one here has my fountain inks in, and then my, don't know, can you see the coloured sponges for my blending brush? So that's that one. This one here is AliExpress stickers and washi tapes. Oh, you know all the bits that you cut off your 12 by 12 papers, that's in that drawer there, and I don't know what I'm doing with them. I'm obviously collecting them for a reason. Then next one, like material, like there's electrical wires in that one. I think there's buttons in the next one down. I'm just trying to think. Oh, extra pens. Lots and lots of random stuff in that row there. Okay, coming back up to the top. My beautiful dad, who passed away when I was 17 years old. And then a photo of me and Charlie given to me by a friend before we left the UK. So that was a long time ago, and look how skinny I was, and how skinny Charlie was as well. So yeah, 12 years ago. What a difference 12 years makes. Next one down, 6 by 6 papers and Project Life cards, self-explanatory. And then this one here is paper pads that are like the 6 by 8. Next one down, flowers and ribbons, self-explanatory. The paper flowers, like enamel flowers, anything in there that constitutes a flower, like fabric flowers as well. Then ribbons, so there's a whole, if you look at the side, I've got them separated into colour. Next row down, so this one here says cling stamps. There are extra stamps in there that are not in flat packets, like they're just loose, like rubber stamps and things, so they're just in there. And then at the front I have a couple of sprays, like artist sprays or mixed media sprays. The pile next to it shouldn't really be there. I should have another one of these tubs, but I actually ran out of these plastic tubs, so I'm looking to get one more because that is the only gap that needs filling. So that pile is Happy Mail from people that I've kept because it's inspired me to want to create something similar. So I'm hoping if anyone sees their mails in there. So, and then at the base you'll see that there's actually these cling stamps here which are like A4 sheets and that I couldn't put in my other folder. This one here is a box of Christmas, and then we also have blank cards there, like so postcards and things like that. Down we go is a box of magazines and then Christmas papers in that one there. You can also see on the left hand side here I have a roll of baking paper which I use regularly for either blending on to protect my mat and also wax seals. They're really good to come off your baking paper. Then you have a set of pens. I think they're the fine line Staedtler pens. Further down, two more trays, which is notebooks and colouring books down at the bottom. So just random. Then I'll just pull back. You can see the bin that I have stood there, and then on top is my guillotine. So let's move on to the next door. The next door is a Velcro door and it has all these little Velcro pouches on, and it is all full of die cut ephemera. And more envelopes and tags and more ephemera. Then down at the bottom I have a plastic folder of glitter foams and things. And you can see there in the middle I have my extension board, and it is full of wires basically going everywhere. I have my charger for my iPad plugged in, I have my Cricut plugged in, I have my laptop plugged in, I have the light on my desk plugged in. But you'll also see down at the bottom there's a little tiny switch, and so it means that I can choose to have it on or off. I turn it off when I leave the craft room. So this is my pinboard full of inspiration and things that people have sent to me, things that I have loved enough to keep. So anyone that sent me a recreation of my pocket envelope, it's up here. I have envelopes, I have pocket letters, I have a mini suitcase, I have a wooden word, so cards, tag flips, envelopes, or even like if it's an envelope, oh, you can see my address there, but hey, if you want to do anything with my address you're more than welcome. But yes, we've got envelopes here that I've loved, anything that's been collaged, anything that's been made specifically that I absolutely love. So there you go. So that is that. Let me step back. So you can see the blue boards there, they belong to my Cricut. So the Cricut is just here. It is covered in a foam cover which actually came with the Cricut in the box, and I have made a cover for it so it doesn't get dusty when I'm not using it. In front of that I have a massive roll of tape, a lighter, a candle in a it's a really nice candle that sets the fan in motion on the top. That is my professional set of scales so that I can weigh mail. There are two Happy Mails just off to the side that are ready to be sent, and so hopefully you don't get too much of a sneak peek of those because they haven't been sent to their owners. This basket It's full of postcards and letters that I need to reply to basically, or I've kept them in here in case I want to do a reply. It means that I can look through, grab the letter and be able to reply to the letter. Also here I have washi tape samples just in the front, another glue stick, glasses cleaner, which is always important. This here is the Mini Misty. Here I have my laptop and my printer, so it is nice and handy because when I sit down just like that, it's right next to me. In the section underneath the table, I have my postage stamps just there. I have my scoreboard, I have my envelope punch board, and I have another Mini Misty, and then I also have, if I push that in, my postage gauge just there. So push those all in. And then on this side I have a drawer which is full of stickers. And then I also have my cutting plates for my Cuttlebug, and then my eyelet punch just there. So basically that concludes the tour. So thank you for sticking with me for this long. I hope you've enjoyed the tour. And yeah, like I said, good, bad and ugly, because I'm sure that you can see that there is lots to be improved on, but it is a working craft room. So thank you so much guys for watching this. Take care everyone, lots and lots of crafty love from me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!